look at what we discussed. So all that communication will be sent via social media. So kindly follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, because that's where we're going to be giving all the information. Okay, the guys, good evening. Anyone who's joining in, could you kindly mute your sound so that we don't get any feedback, please? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. To the guys who to the team that just entered now, we are basically just waiting probably for the next minute or so, so that people just log in and then acquaint themselves with the whatever needs to be fixed, speakers, sound. If you don't have any sound, please let me know. Let me just stop sharing my screen for now, so that at least people can see me. Okay. All right. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this evening. Today, again, we are going to be discussing, or I'll be sharing with you some of the insights that I have in terms of digital marketing and how basically you can use some of the principles we're going to be navigating through, as part of your business. So that in the long run, whether you're running a business from home or whether you're running your business from another country or you're running your business from another province, you basically are aware of all the trends that are currently available for you to be competitive in your market, number one, and also be relevant with your clientele. Because some of the insights we shared, just to recap from last week, was just an overview, just the big picture of what marketing has kind of done in terms of changing the way we interact with goods as consumers, and basically what is the global impact it has created over the years, and how can you also as a business keep up with those trends so that in the long run you are able to continue delivering to your clients, and when you deliver, you are also delivering something that is of value and timely to the client. So a lot of products, what we also saw, a lot of products in the past have actually stopped existing or have come to a point where they are no more needed in the market because of competition. And you find out it's because of the way the digital space has actually changed. And because of the information that we have, most of the information is information that we get from American platforms or platforms that are not relevant to the African context. This is why I kind of saw the opportunity or the gap that I can be able to fill in with the scope of experience that I have, and also in terms of putting that together with your business in the way you formulate your strategy. So we're just gonna look at the topics more in depth. Basically, if you had the program, you could see we have covered what is digital marketing the last week. It's something that is still going to be on the program, but we are basically going to look at everything from different versions or different angles. So at the end of the day, it's still the same topic, but basically we are going to look at it in terms of series. And then maybe in the long run, I'll be able to break down this series to say, this is what you will get from this. But for now, just for everyone to acquaint to acquaint themselves with the platform that this one that we are discussing on, we'll be looking at the following topics. What is digital marketing? How can it be beneficial for your for your business? And what are the challenges of digital marketing in Africa? What solutions are available for your business strategy? And at the same time, also, what is it that you need to put in place? So for that, we're going to tackle it the same way. I'll provide the solutions, and at the same time, also look at the practical user case in that scenario. So the topic of digital marketing is something that we dissected last week, and we say that a lot of people have kind of they have the misconception that digital marketing is just posting and creating content on Facebook or on whatever platform you use, and that is basically a big misconception in the African business context that is not being relayed appropriately, because the topic of digital marketing, actually, if you break it down, you realize we have the digital part and we also have the marketing side. The digital part basically speaks to whatever you do as a business to convert whatsoever information you have into digital form, whether it is photography, whether it is sound, whether it's even your business plan. If your business plan is still on the paper, then you still haven't fallen into the digital space yet. So if you're still using flyers and all these things as a primary focus in terms of your marketing, then you're still falling behind in terms of your digital marketing strategy. So that's what I want to break down. So digitization is basically what I've described, your conversion of all your information into digital formats. So at the end of the day, whether you want to relay to any stakeholder in the near future, what you do is you refer them to digital context, no paperwork whatsoever. And then the other thing is marketing. If we break down marketing in many aspects, people see marketing as business owners, a lot of business owners, actually, if it's a startup, they kind of think that they understand the concept of marketing when they are building a product. And a lot of the times it takes away the essence of building the product, and it's the essence of marketing the product, because people look at that function of running a business and marketing as one. Marketing your business and running your business are totally different in this following essence. Marketing basically speaks to the point of contact that your business has with any consumer, howsoever, whether it's in the form of a newspaper, whether it's in the form of a Facebook, Instagram, whatsoever, even word of mouth, looking at traditional forms of marketing. That's what marketing is. So a lot of the times business owners put that into one aspect, that is they're developing a product. They forget about the marketing side, because the marketing side, it has to be separate to the point where you understand and you are able to cost your product development, which is basically building your product, and also your marketing. Those become your two different departments, not as one. And when I speak to business owners, when they say to me, when I tell them about digital marketing, they say, oh, we have Facebook, we have Instagram. That is not digital marketing. Digital marketing is now putting the two together. When you have looked at your product, when it is still in the pipeline or when it has been produced and it's in the market, okay, that is one side. And then when you look at the marketing side now, how do we relay, or how do we build the nuances, how do we build the platforms, how do we create the language, how do we increase the volume at a particular moment in time? Maybe you are marketing something for a campaign. For example, like in one of my companies, we are in the travel agency, we are promoting Father's Day. As you all know, Father's Day is on the 20th of June. So we know now we have to increase our volume, because there is a target that we need to reach in terms of us closing sales. So a lot of the times when we don't separate those functions, we are not able to give the products itself the attention it needs as far as relaying it to the market. Let's take for an instance, if you look at Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola does one thing, which is to just produce, I think, to produce the Coke, which is basically that black water that is in there. The color of the packaging, the the campaigns that we see, such as, for example, the greatest campaign that Coca-Cola has created is Father Christmas campaign. That alone shows you that there's a big mind behind it, because already the fact that people associate Father Christmas with Coke or with Christmas, it already shows you what the mind that was behind it. So a lot of times, a simple product can be spread across so many people, but what makes the product relevant is the way the product's being presented. Another analogy that I'm going to draw, it's like selling an iPhone in the middle of the street. Selling an iPhone in the middle of the street and selling an iPhone in a shop or in a mall, already it says two things about the product. It speaks to the quality of the product. It speaks to the pricing of the product. It speaks to the customer experience of the product. And a lot of the times when business owners are building their business, they're so focused, which is good. It's good to focus on your business, everything that you do, whether you're creating Coke or you are in a law firm or finance firm, you're focused. But if you are not able to also put focus on your marketing the same way you are constantly focusing on building your business and also servicing your clients, which is one thing that I've seen in a lot of businesses where an individual is taken from the focus of getting their clients, and also where once they get their client, the marketing function is totally neglected. Why? Because now there's a big project, so you have to deliver to the client. So a lot of times, separating the marketing function and separating the products, your business function, which is producing your business, your product, it allows you to put focus, number one, on building the product. I know some of the clients that I've already interacted with. For example, Colin is in the transport industry. Allowing your business to grow in the sense of building your product and understanding exactly what you are delivering, and allowing and creating platforms that actually speak to what your product is, and relaying the necessary language that your clients need to hear when they hear about your product. Because a lot of the times there's a big misconception or a misrepresentation of products that is constantly done when people produce great products but don't get the right market. Why? Because you find out that you have produced a product as simple as Coke, but you're not able to produce the necessary nuances, the psychology that is behind marketing. It takes a lot of effort. So a lot of people, when they dilute the marketing function to just say it's just creating pictures and putting them on social media, you're already depriving yourself of so many benefits that the marketing function comes with fully packaged for itself. So when you're able to separate those two functions and understand that when you sit down as a business owner, especially if you're in a startup, this is specifically for people who are still in the product development stage. Even if you are still, if you have grown like me, maybe for 3 years, 4 years in the business, but you're still at that initial stage of you are still in the front line of the business, separate the two. Why? Because like the things that I've spoken about, it's going to allow you to focus. You are able to run your meetings concurrently with your marketing function. End of the week, you know that regardless of the fact that you have spoken to clients or not, your marketing function is still there, even if you are maybe away on holiday or something like that. Because what's happening with a lot of businesses is that once the business owner is away, then the business doesn't speak for you, which is something that I'm going to also cover, which is automation of business processes. Your ability as a business owner to automate or to delegate or relieve yourself of some of these functions in your business, they allow you to work on your product more, because you are like an artist. If you're a business owner, you are someone who is there in the forefront to deal with the client's queries and to make sure that whatsoever query has been, given about your product, it's dealt with appropriately. And at the same time, also, you are giving your client you're still feeding clients the necessary information that they need for you to actually grow your business. And um, on top of that, when you have automated your business processes, that means that things like your marketing function, they won't be your responsibility anymore, because it's something that you as a business are coming in to check on, but not necessarily involved in. So a lot of business owners as well, one thing that I've noticed is that the marketing function is also it also breaks down into the sales function. And sometimes handling those two, it can be very strenuous for business owners, to the point whereby they they lose focus of why they were in business in the first place. They end up losing faith in their products. And it's not because the products are not good, it's just because you have totally neglected the two, because you're trying to produce a product that is still being created in the market, and you still need to develop it, whether you own a shop or you own a farm or whatsoever. Your business is to run the business. Customer interaction, yes, you can be involved. I know there are some businesses that needs the business owner to be there, but still you are limiting yourself, because the digital space has allowed people to literally communicate with their clients, whether they are from Tanzania. Like right now, we are communicating from different provinces and a lot of and even countries. And that is what digitization has done. But if you are as a business owner, you are not able to quickly delegate, or you're not able to quickly identify the businesses such as redesign that you can work with to develop your product as you develop your marketing strategy concurrently. Because number one, the advantage of building both your marketing function and your marketing function and your business and your product development function together, the advantage of it is that as your business grows, or as your product improves, or as you grow more people, you don't have to have a perfect product for you to enter the market. Gone are those days. These days you can literally sell sneakers that you don't have, and only buy them when clients click on your website. That is what digitization has done. Gone are the days where you had to first have the physical product and then sell. Now you can do the other way around. You can have the idea, sell the idea as much as you can. I know there are people with organizations that have a robust number of activities that you are doing. As you develop them, those ideas, and also as you develop the the ideas into more tangible and more viable products, you're also developing your marketing function as well, to the point whereby when your product is ready, your marketing is also ready. But a lot of the times, what happens is that businesses will stop. For example, they'll run for 3 years, 2 years, or maybe 6 months, focusing on building the product. But they already had the idea, they already have the designs, but because they're still looking for that sweet spot where the business is ready for the world to see, it doesn't work like that. It's number one, there are certain things that I'm going to discuss. For example, search engine optimization. If your business starts creating content today, it might take you 3 more years for you to actually have a certain level of ranking when you Google your business services. For example, if I Google oil in South Africa. There will be a number of companies that are in South Africa that are already on the first or the second or the third page of your of your of the search engine that you are using, whether it's Google or Yahoo. So if you as a business don't start putting together your content, for example, like let's say your website, even if you have 2 lines, even if you have 3 lines, to just say maybe IIC website coming soon, or Mamroka um, um, law firm coming soon, or whatsoever transport company that you want to do coming soon. Already you are building a relationship with Google in such a way that when you add content now, bits by bits, that's one thing people don't realize, that it's actually easier to build a website when you are still building, when you are still also building, because when you have your business plan and your company profile in place, already you can start furnishing what you need for your online platform, so that as you grow in social media, Facebook, and all these things, when you now introduce them, you already have the keywords. There's something that is called keywords analysis that is done in a business when you are trying to whether promote Google, you also on Google or on Facebook. There's something called keywords that you fight with, that you bet for with other businesses. If businesses that are in the same market are probably also advertising using the same words. So it's just basically a battle of your content in the long run. But if you're able to strategize in such a way as you know what your idea is, you have your, at least most of the business people that are have attended this meeting, I'm aware that they have their company profiles, they have their some of the information already together, and business plans. Already start creating your website from just the initial start, even if it means your business, your Facebook, your website is just a one pager, but at least your business is out there. You don't have to come and be perfect at the first time. When you send your clients your business details, already they know that you are somewhere available, you understand, on the internet. And then as you go in the next month, you probably introduce another column that you have developed, and then the next month. So things such as digital marketing and website development are things that need you to constantly look at, and which is something that I'm going to discuss in terms of what is the strategy you need to put in place for you to make sure that you are competitive. And digital marketing is an investment not only for the next 6 months, it's literally for the whole entire life cycle of your business. So if you begin now, that means that in the next 2-3 years, when other businesses are trying to also now start, they don't have the same advantage that you have, because you have been building credibility. Because Google will only give businesses preference that have some form of credibility. So if you're starting to build your credibility from now, you start off with your one pager, even if you are starting alone with your picture there as the CEO of the company, it's fine. Then as you go in, you start developing the next thing, such as your team and all these things. You don't have to be perfect, because I think a lot of business owners, one thing that I've noticed is that they get discouraged when they look at the type of websites that are out there. But actually just have something that is just there to just, it's like marking your territory, your online real estate, to say this is my domain, you understand? But at the same time, we're going to put you're going to lay it up. Rome was never built in a day. Great websites that you see today, your Amazon, your Facebook literally started with just one thing, which was just you could post a picture, and that was it. But now you notice that you can actually do so many things, which is things like liking the picture, developing the picture further to add certain things. That was not done in one day. So if you start now, it's going to be better for you, and it's going to be less work for you in the future. Because now, when you start developing your website in the future, when your product is now running, you realize that I have clients right now who are actually finding it hard to 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 create um um shall I say a relevant website or a relevant social media, because you find out that they've kind of also the because also of management is not keeping up to date with the new trends. It's confusing for them. They don't know where to start, because when you look at digital marketing, you don't look at it in terms of it's Instagram and Facebook, because you'll be doing your business a disjustice. Look at it in terms of anything that your business has to do online: your website, your 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 social media, your emails, your WhatsApp, anything your business can be digitized to. So if you are able to, if you can't develop that in one day, literally even your WhatsApp business can take you even the whole day just to put together, because you have to now convert certain things, features on your WhatsApp, because now I assume most of the business owners are aware of some of the WhatsApp features that are continuously being added to allow you to create relationships with your clients in such a way that you don't look like you are ignoring them. Like now, WhatsApp has introduced a way of automating your responses. I'll allow anyone after this meeting, if you need me to help you set that up for you, I can do that for you. You just text me and I'll help you automate your WhatsApp responses. Things such as just giving your client the clarity that you are not available, but you get back to them as soon as you get to them. Already, it creates some sense of professionalism. Unlike you just look at the client's WhatsApp and you don't go back to it. It's things that, as myself, I've seen clients, find very difficult, and sometimes they have to even shout at me to say, Philip, why are you doing that? Because we spoke to you, but sometimes you're not available. So things like that, I can help you put that. That's part of automation. Facebook as well. Once you have a Facebook page, Facebook also allows you to automate certain responses. You don't have to be available to answer all your Facebook messages if you have a page. You can literally automate those responses. And then your website as well. It can also be automated. You can actually add features that allow you um, to answer your client's questions. There's AI that's available. If you want a very high-end website, if you want to, you can discuss that with me. But there are certain websites that you can create for you that allow you to even answer certain client questions without you even touching them. A lot of companies, including your business, your banks, your if you go onto FNB, an FNB app, you can literally type all the questions that you want, and they all have automated responses. Why? Because there's something called robotics. There's something called artificial intelligence, things that people are adding onto their social media, their Facebook, and all of that. So if you look at it already, if you're a business owner, that's a lot for you to handle. And my advice is always look at an agency such as our agency that has the flexibility, that can offer, that can work with you in terms of your budget, your flexibility to say, maybe I can only be able to do maybe afford a certain amount of services, but at least you know that you have covered in terms of your marketing. You don't have to be plain and blank. Whether it's just updating your website, even if it's once a month, that's enough. Put events and all those things. And with our company, we basically do some of the transaction, some of the services are per basically what you need. If you just need us to just do 1, 2, 3 things, we can cost an hour and then we just do that, because it allows you to be flexible as a business owner. And at the same time, also, it allows you to not pinch your budget, because it's now easy to do all these things. There's no petrol involved. It's just you text, you email, and you get your things done. So also, us as agencies, we have allowed ourselves to drop our overheads to the point whereby we literally have we literally contact our clients only online, and they're able to give us all the information that they need in terms of their products. And then in closing, if you have any question, you can just let me know. And then, yeah, if not, I'll just close up. I'll just close up. If there are no questions, no questions. If there are no questions, it gives me confidence. And thank you so much. I see people who were with us from the last meeting. They are with us. Thank you so much for the support. And we're gonna do basically some of the information that we are relaying is going to be available in on digital platforms, so that if you need to send to a friend who might find this valuable for them, then it might be easy for them to get in touch with us. And also, like we said now, if anyone needs any service that we have, which is information that I'll also I'll also relay in the near future when we have the next session. Uh, Feel free, whether you're in any country, Angola, Zimbabwe, Ireland, wherever you are, we are able to actually create whatsoever you need and manage without any need for us being there. That's the advantage of digital marketing. We can go as big as we want. And as a business, we want to replicate those models into your business so that you can be able to do your business global. Thank you so much, guys. And those why I need to send meeting requests for this week, consultations that will be sent in the tomorrow morning. Thank you so much and have a lovely night. Thank you so much.